So tonight I wanted to show you guys how to, how the compensation plan works. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go through everything. So write down questions as you have them, and then I can go back. I'm going to share the screen and everything. And I have a few different screens to share. So I'm going to go through everything, write your questions down, and then at the end we'll go back and answer anything you might have. I'm probably going to cause more confusion right now than you already have in some areas, but hopefully it will all be introduced to you. You'll know kind of like where to find things and maybe what to ask at least. So as you walk away from this call, maybe view it again, and as this starts running through your head, you'll know more of what you want to ask your upline about the compensation plan and about how we get paid. So, all right, I think the easiest thing, hold on, kids. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to, you guys can't see that though. Share my screen. Here we go. All right, so here we are. So this is in the Coach Online office. You can find it if you go to the FAQ and you look up compensation plan. This will pop up. I can put it in the team page as well so that it's there. It is in FitMama. So if you go to her files, you can find this doc. But there's a few ways that we make money, okay? Before you're an Emerald Coach, the only way that you make money is in step 1. So you make a direct commission on anything you sell. Mostly we sell challenge packs. So the challenge pack, I mean, mostly like that key number of what we make is 25%. With the challenge pack, it can be a tiny bit more. With a membership, when you sell a club membership, you make half of that. So that's pretty cool. And you'll see that pop up, like when your own coaches memberships renew too, you get commission on that. And does anyone know the magic number of how much we make for a Shakeology? I don't know. I know it's $32 and something cents. So you make 32 and change each Shakeology. So in case you didn't know this, when someone buys every time someone buys their Shakeology, you are making commission on that. So they buy their challenge pack. Month 2, they buy Shakeology. You get $32. Okay, so that's where we say, like, if you share with 3, yours is free, because if you have 3 people buying Shakeology, that's going to cover your own Shakeology. All right, so now we get into the fun stuff. The second way that we make money, and this is actually the residual income piece. This is where you see people making lots and lots of money. Weekly, it's all in their team cycle bonus. Your team cycle bonus starts once you are an Emerald Coach. And an Emerald Coach means that you have 1 coach on each leg. So this is actually showing more than an Emerald Coach right here. This person would be Emerald if they had this coach and this coach. So we all have a right and a left leg. And it's kind of all about the balance. especially at the beginning. So one coach right, one coach left, boom, you're an Emerald coach. Now you qualify for team cycle bonus. Your team cycle bonus is this kind of small. Let me see. I can I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'll just do this. This is much more my speed. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Tech support, tech support. All right, I'm gonna have to shrink it back. Why can't I get rid of this thing? Someone over there, someone on the call is probably like yelling at me like, just click. All right, well anyways, I'll tell you what it says. So Emerald, you make $14 per cycle, and there's a cap. Every single team cycle bonus has a cap, okay? So the cap for an Emerald, the most you can make as an Emerald coach is in team cycle bonus. So you can sell $6,000 worth of step one commission as an Emerald coach. But as far as team cycle bonus goes, you're capped at $250 for the week. So if you are going for this, if you are more than, you know, doing this as a hobby or for fun, if this right here, if you're in this zone, you are trying to build a business. Your goal is to build a business. So this is not something to get too worried about because you really don't want to stay here, okay? Your first goal really is over here, okay? So let's see why. So at Emerald, you're at $14 per cycle. I'll talk about what a cycle is in a sec. At Ruby, you're at 16. At Diamond and above, you're at 18. So you always want, you know, you want to get to that point where you're a Diamond coach because that means you are making the max amount per cycle. So what's a cycle? A cycle is when you have 200 in volume on one leg. See that little 200? And 100 in volume on the other. When you have that, you cycle. So if you were Emerald, every time you have 200 here and 100 there, or you could have 200 here and 100 here. Doesn't matter which leg. If you were Emerald, you make only $14 every time that happened. If you were Ruby, you'd make $16 every time that happened. But when you're Diamond, you make $18. So basically, once you're Diamond, you're not leaving any money on the table because every time your downline has 200 on one leg and 100 on the other, you are making the max amount of money for that volume. Okay, so I'm going to talk about volume real quick in case you don't know about volume. If you are logged in and you go to shop, so you're not in the Coach Online office, like right when you log into Beachbody before you go to Coach, okay? Whenever you want to buy something, this is what you do, right? You log in and you go to shop. When you are in shop, you will see under any product except apparel doesn't have volume. Under any product, you will see the volume points. And that volume is what you get anytime someone from your team buys or sells something. So Amanda's on the call. I'm going to take Amanda, for example. Every time Amanda buys something or a customer buys something from her or a coach on her team buys something or a coach on her team sells something, that's Amanda's volume and that's my volume too because I signed Amanda. So the beauty is that the volume does not get lost as, you know, the chain goes down. So we mostly talk in terms of Shakeology because Shakeology is 90 PV. Okay, Shakeology is 90 volume points. So we can round that up to 100 because each coach too, like usually will have a club membership. And we can say, okay, so basically when you have 3 people on Shakeology below you, whether that be through a sale or it's a coach on your team, for every 3 people buying Shakeology, you cycle. So for every 3 people in my downline, for example, I want to be cycling at 18 instead of 14. So let's say it's 10 people. I mean, that's pretty easy. I can do 10. I can multiply by 10. 10 people, if I was emerald instead of diamond, that's $40. $40 that I lost. I didn't even leave it on the table. It didn't go in my bank because I cycled as an emerald instead of a diamond. So I lost $40 that week. If it's 100 people, it's $400. Right? Right. So you can see the power in that. You can see as your team grows, as your downline grows, why you want to make sure that, once you hit diamond, you just kind of this is all great. And some of you might fly on recognition, and that's great too. The company actually is great with recognition. It's a fine thing to be driven by. But the bigger picture is to secure that diamond, because you want to make sure that every time 3 people in your downline are buying Shakeology, you're making $18 instead of $14. Okay? All right, so you can see the team cycle bonus as it goes up, the cap changes. So as a Ruby coach, where I'm going to talk about what that is in a minute, you can make 1,000 in team cycle bonus per week. As a diamond, you can make 2,000 per week. And then as you see here, from Ruby straight up, it goes up by 1,000. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At 10-star diamond, okay, 10-star diamond, 10 to 15, it's 12 a week. That's your cap. Such a bummer, 12 grand a week. So, so some people go for different things here. At that training after the last Super Saturday, they really got into this line right here. Because basically, I'll show you in a minute, but basically at a 9-star, okay, you can stack your weak leg with all but 2 of your diamonds. You can put 7 diamonds on your weak leg and 2 on the other. You don't have to have them balanced and be a 9-star diamond. At 10-star, they have to be balanced. You need 5 and 5. So you give up a lot of volume to have that rank. But some people go for it for other reasons, and one of them is the star diamond bonus, which I'll show you in a minute, okay? But anyways, this is, this cycling is where we talk residual income. This is why we talk about volume all the time. And, as you can see, it's all about the balance. So, you really want this 2 to 1, but what they talked about at that training was to push for your legs to be fighting each other each week. So really to try to build 2 even legs that duke it out. And that's going to over time be the most lucrative, because you're not going to leave any money on the table. You're not going to have as much of a chance of carryover if your legs are even. So yeah, 1 leg will always carry over. But if your goal is 2 to 1, you're going to, no matter what your goal is, you're going to miss. They're never going to be balanced. So if you fight for them, if you're always trying to make them if there's balance as possible, you're going to cycle out as many times as possible per week. So whatever your weak leg is, that's where you're going to start putting your business builders, versus your strong leg is where you can put your more discount coaches. So this is also where people talk about placement and all that. This is where the placement we had a girl at the thing say, like, she's actually pretty good because her placement didn't give her a strong leg at all, but she's just built 2 even legs straight from the beginning, and she cycles out very nicely now. Like, she's 5-star, and she almost hits even every single week. So it's great. Like, you can have this great strong leg, but if your other leg isn't balanced, it's almost like every week, you know? So your goal is to try to have these be at least a 2-to-1, but the way you get 2-to-1 is to try to fight for them to be equal. Okay. All right. I'm going to move on from Team Cycle Bonus for a minute and go to our third form of earning, which is matching bonus. This is so cool. Matching bonus is like the hidden treasure of our compensation plan. And you don't really realize it until at Ruby, like, you see it, but you don't have a big team. But at Diamonds and above, like, by 2-star Diamond, your matching bonus is like, I don't know, it depends on the week, but a lot of times it's over like 100 to $200 a week. It could be like, it's a lot of money. So your matching bonus is 10%. Well, at Ruby, it's 5. At Diamond, it's 10% of your personally sponsored coach's team cycle bonus. So it can't be your coach's coaches. It's whoever you signed. Whatever they made in team cycle bonus that week, you make 10%. So this is actually pretty cool too, because this is where, you know, it's the whole dynamic of the company where we all are a team, where we help each other, where, you know, yeah, you put your time into your coaches, you help them build their team. Because even if you're only in it, like, you can't be only in it for you, I guess is the point, you know? So, it's pretty cool. And this can get huge. I mean, that guy at Summit was saying he makes like another few grand a week in matching bonus, and there's no cap on matching bonus. So whatever your PS made in team cycle bonus, you get 10%. So, you know, for every $100, you're getting $10, basically. All right, Star Diamond bonus. So this is, I don't fully, like, I understand it, but I don't fully understand it yet because I just qualified for a Star Diamond bonus. So I'll be getting my first one at the end of this quarter, which is pretty cool. But 2-star and above qualify for Star Diamond bonus. And the amount changes, the bonus pool changes based on the quarter. So the bonus pool is whatever was generated by all of the coaches that quarter. And why does it say minus half? I'm sorry, I don't understand those minus %. things. Oh no, 0.5%. I don't know what that means, but I just know there's one big pool, and the amount goes up based on your rank. And the best part is, like, if you're 15, if you're 5-star, you get the 5-star diamond bonus and you get the 2-star diamond bonus. If you're 10, you get the 10, 5, and 2. And if you're 15, you get 15, 10, 5, and 2. So usually the 15 gets like about 40 grand a quarter. So some people go, I mean, people, it's still like, so if you say that, okay, 40 times 4, it's like 160. Let's say they make like 150 grand in Star Diamond bonus, right? It's still not matching this. So you can cap it 10-star. And remember, once you're 2-star, you open another business center and you can build that, and that has its own cap. So you can make up to 4 grand in your first business center, up to whatever, 4 grand or wherever. So you can have, then you have your spouse's business center. So this cap of 12 grand a week, it applies to all of your business centers. You know, all these caps apply to each one. It's not, they don't combine them. You make that much in each one. They're all separate entities. So, you know, some people do build to 15 star. Some most of the coaches you know of build to 15 star because that's what they're going for. You know, they're triple superstar. That's a superstar diamond, a 15 star. You know, they're triple superstar diamonds. But yeah, I mean, they do give up. Like, there's no way for them to not give up some team cycle bonus to get there. But I mean, they're still making a boatload of money, so they don't really care. But, you know, but like Bob Lucido is a millionaire plus. I mean, he hit the Millionaires Club a couple of years ago, and he's a 7-star diamond in his first business center. Like, if someone asks him his rank, that's his first business. He's not like, oh, in 3 of my wives, and then, you know what I mean? Like, he's a 7-star diamond in his first business center, because your second business center doesn't count toward your star diamonds. So you can have a 5-star diamond second business center, but that's not you can't add those 5 to your first. You have to say, and 5 in my second, you know? So, anyways, the star diamond bonuses are really cool, and it might be what pushes you. Like, if that's what pushes you, you're going to have a huge business if you're 15-star diamond. So go for it, you know? All right. So rank requirements. Okay. So to be an active coach, you need 50 personal volume points every 5 weeks. So that can be a sale or a purchase, 50 PV. So not even a whole Shakeology, right? So like Activate, the 3-day refresh with, you know, without, I think you have to buy the one with the Shakeology, but I mean, if you've ever been like in that point where you're going to be inactive, you know what that means. If you're not an Emerald yet, it's not the biggest deal. You don't want them to, if you go, like, I wouldn't go more than 2 months, because somewhere in that 3rd month, they will cancel you, and they do it fast. It's like, boom, you get an email, we're canceling you in 72 hours. And, you know, if you don't check your email all the time, which I don't, your account could get canceled without you knowing it. So you want to make sure you're active, and you want to make sure that whatever card they have on file, if it goes, you know, if you get a new card, if it expires or you get a new card for some reason, you need to call them right away and update the info. So if you're a coach, you could let it go a couple months. If you're Emerald, I would not let that go. If you are an Emerald coach, you need to be active. And you need to be active, you know, so every 5 weeks you need 50 PV. And here's why. If you're an Emerald coach, whatever the volume is that you have for the week, it goes into a carryover bank. So even if you're doing nothing, okay, all the people on your leg are still doing something, or even half of them are doing something, right? And they're producing volume on one of those legs. If you stay active, if you're active that week, that volume goes into your carryover bank. And it's there for when you're back at it, and builds in that left leg a little bit, and you can cycle. The day you go inactive, the day, not only do you not get that week's carryover, you lose your entire bank. Your entire carryover bank is gone. So it's just like, you know, however much volume you have there, which it's a good idea tonight. I'll show you guys where to find that. It's a good idea to check your carryover volume and know what, you know what you have, know where you're at. So yeah, Emerald coach, that also is true if you drop emerald rank. So if you drop emerald, because you don't bank anything as a coach. So if you drop rank, you also lose your volume. So you want to make sure, like, once you're emerald, you need to get 2 more coaches to be like, yep, I'm emerald, bam, I'm good. Like 2 on each leg, you are a secure emerald. Okay. So you can see that here. Emerald, you'll turn green in the pretty graphical genealogy, and you got 1 coach on each leg. Okay. Ruby coach, you only need 4 coaches, but 2 of them have to be emerald. So this is like, a lot of people skip this because this is the hard part. Like, this is where you're learning, because now you're not just helping challengers, signing coaches. Now you're helping your coaches build their teams. So this is where people sometimes stall a little bit. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So a lot of times people, by the time they get to emeralds, they've already signed more coaches because they've gotten that down. They know how to sign coaches now. And by the time they pop 2 emeralds, they've skipped over ruby and their diamond. So a diamond coach, look at this, guys. This is not a big deal. This is 10 people on your team. You know 10 people that love you, right? You can name 10 people that love you, right? So think about that. Like, when you start to change, like when I started to change how I thought about this is not a big deal. 4 left, 4 right, 2 emeralds. One of these is your spouse or your sibling or somebody's account that you are controlling. Whoever you signed on that first spot of your weak leg, it's you. So you really had to help 1 person be emerald and sign 3 more and 3 more on each leg. Not a big deal, I swear. Okay? So ruby, you need 75. 75 volume per 5 weeks, and diamond, you need 100. By the time you're diamond, this is not a problem. Like, so it's like people, I used to look at this and be like, oh no, like my shakes won't cover it. By the time you're diamond, you've got it. Like you're not gonna go 5 weeks and not make a sale. You know, you have plenty of people on HD, for example. So, you know, this is not a big deal. Like, so then 1 to 15, you need 200. 1 to 15 star. Okay. So those are your ranks and requirements. Oh, and this is nice. Okay. So your personal volume is what you buy or sell. Your team volume is from all of your downline coaches, and it's people you've signed as well as people you've not signed. So everyone on this call, all of your purchases and everything you sell goes toward my team volume each week. And it goes toward Candace's team volume. And it goes toward Scott Freeman's team volume. Do you see the power in that? So like, this is where it is for you guys. Like you don't lose anything, you know? So sometimes you have somebody, you have someone you've already signed, and now you got somebody else, and it just helps everybody to sign them with them. Like that comes up sometimes, you know, but you don't lose the volume. Yeah, you'll lose a diamond, you'll lose a star, but you know, it just all depends on how you wanna build that. And that's also the power in your spouse. So anything, like anyone that's in Matt's, anyone that you see that Matt is your coach, or Matt's your upline star diamond, that means he is your coach's coach, okay? All of that goes to Matt and then me. So that's 2 times in one household. Then you're 2 star and you open another business center. And now you got three incomes from the same team. You see that? And that's where it gets, you know, gets to be, that's where the financial growth really is exponential. All right, so now I'm going to share so this is just a quick, are they there? Screen sharing has stopped. Okay, well, we'll just start it again. Thank you, Zoom lady. Okay, there we go. So this is where I was showing you that per week. This is what it translates into annually. So a 10-star and above can make $624,000 in team cycle bonus annually. Then don't forget, you have the Star Diamond bonus. You have the matching bonus, which is not capped. And you have all of your sales, right? So I did this before, but I got to do it again. Hold on. I'm just doing math over here. So Melanie Mitro signed 366, I mean, we're not going to sign, maybe we are. If anyone here wants to sign 366 coaches in a year, you let me know. Because I'll try to do it with you. But she signed 366 coaches, top coach, right? One a day. I actually liked when I heard that. Because I was like, wow, that's crazy amazing. But it's definitely possible. It's one a day. Right? So she made like 16 grand just in her challenge pack sales, you know, of those coaches. That's just the coaches she signed. Okay, so then you have the matching bonus. Like, so she's got matching bonus from, I don't even know, however many coaches that are still around. And the Star Diamond bonus. Was this in the online office? I don't remember. It is in Fit Mama though. I grabbed that from Fit Mama. Okay, let me see if I want to share this now. Yes, I do. All right, I'm going to confuse you a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe I'll clear some things up. So this is just a breakdown. This is actually Scott Freeman's document. And this is a breakdown of, you know, we went over the caps here of your per week. This is what you're paid. Emerald 14, Ruby 16, Diamond and above 18 per cycle. And this is...
Chrissy, we can't see anything.
Oh. Thank you, tech support. It doesn't let you just switch a dock. All right, let me... It said it was sharing, so that's... Wait a minute. Where are you guys? Can you see it? Oh, perfect. Okay. So this is showing you So this is saying, like, to make 250 as an emerald, $14 per cycle, the most you can cycle in a week is 18, and then the rest is going to be carried over. And to cycle 18 times, your total team volume is going to be 5,400. And this is what that can look like. 18 on one leg, 36 on the other, or 2,700 each leg. So this, again, we're going for this. We're going for this column here. We're going for balanced legs. But when we're shooting for this, we're going to end up with this. We're going to guarantee this. You know, when we're shooting for this, we guarantee this. Will we ever get here? Sure, maybe. Depends. But, you know, if you're always trying to have those legs be even, then you are really solidifying having this 2 to 1. 2 to 1, yep. He messed me up with 1/3, 2/3. So this is a nice little doc, but I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. And I don't have something to share on this, but I'm just gonna talk. And I'm gonna try to go slow. But I always struggled with like, okay, so how many people do I have to have? Like, how many people do I have to sign up? How many people do my people have to sign up, you know, for all this to happen? How many people make that much volume? So, you know, you're going to sign, you need 5 rock stars. And the beauty is you're 3 of them, because you have your account, your spouse or close relatives account, and then you'll have you again as another business center once you're 2-star. And we can open a second business center, I think it's 40 times. It's a crazy number. It's like 36 or 40 times under the same person. So like then your spouse can. People don't do that because it's not necessary and it's a lot to manage. But we have a beautiful system where, like a lot of multi-level marketings, as you go down, when you get to a certain point, you have to open another leg. You can't keep building down. We can go down, 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 baby, down by the roller coaster. You know, so basically what that means is you just keep growing and growing and growing and growing your leg, growing and growing your volume, and increasing your cycle. Okay? And once you sponsor yourself, holy mackerel, it's craziness, because you sign a rock star coach with you. You have a business partner, and it's you. And it's awesome. And you sell everything through it. So your Success Club, your Elite Points, it all goes through your second business center and counts toward you. And you build this whole other person under you. Okay? So I just have to open something here on my phone. So right before Christmas, I was at my mom's house and I was making cookies. And my phone beeped because Candace had posted something in, once you're diamond, you get put in this really cool Fit Mama page. It's called Star Diamonds or Diamond Fit Mama Inks. It's like diamonds and star diamonds. Anyways, it's an awesome club and I can't wait till you're all in there. And she posted this and it came up on my phone, and it was a quick call that Keith Callahan was doing about your downline and what that translates to as far as money. So he broke it down, and I don't want to go through like every little how he broke it down. If you guys want to know, I can like text you these notes, but basically he broke it down to, let me just read where I want to start. So starting where I was just telling you guys, for every 3 coaches in your downline, you are going to cycle. Now remember, it's balance. So if you go and you look at your downline tonight and you have 10 coaches in your downline, but they're all on one leg, this doesn't pertain to you until you have 6 on the other leg, right? Now you're banking that out. So I'm sorry, excuse me. So for every 3 coaches, every 2 on one and 1 on the other, you're cycling. You need, here's what you're going to love to scribble down if you're like me and love numbers. Okay. You need 15 coaches. So if 3 makes 1 cycle, then 15 coaches equals $100 in team cycle bonus per month. 15 in your downline. So to do $100 a week, you need 60 coaches in your downline. To do 500 a week, so now I'm just multiplying, right? To do 500 a week, I'm going to multiply that by 5. You need 300 coaches in your downline. And to do 1,000 a week, then you need around 600. Now, I said your downline. You're not signing all these people, right? And the other piece of the puzzle is that so let's say we're talking $1,000 a week, okay? 600 coaches. Your spouse counts. So if you have 300 and he has 300, you're going to cycle out each $500 for the week. So a lot of those people, whoever's in your spouses, counts twice. Okay. And then once you open your second business center, those people count twice as well, because your business center will cycle and then your business center will cycle, or your spouses will cycle, wherever you put that. And again, we need the balance. So you can't, if you have 600 coaches on one leg, you're not making anything, right? You need the balance. He said this, and this is really true. Like, this is the point that, I've just pretty much reached. The hardest part is getting to 500 coaches, and he's absolutely right. I don't exactly know, because I'm just getting past that, but when getting to 500 coaches is really hard, because you can't do it on your own. You have to have business partners that know people you don't know and reach ends of the earth that you can't reach. And they're signing people to the team. So getting to 500 is the hardest part. Once you get there, and I actually think, for me, it was more like, I thought to 300 was really slow. And then once I hit that, it was more like, whoa, 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 whoa. But you'll see, like, after 300, every 50 mark goes faster than the 50 before it. Because now you have that many more people, right? Reaching that many more people. So that's the exponential growth of your team. So you don't have to sign, like, a lot of he's counting in there discount coaches. He factored in people being inactive. He factored all that in because, you'll have, for every coach, like, you'll have a working coach and 10 inactive or discount coaches. You know what I mean? So, like, that working coach pulls the volume up, evens the volume out for those people that are inactive. But this is a number that he, it works out mathematically, and then he also studied it. He watched, his own team and how their businesses grew. So I think it's a good, I don't know, like, for me, I was always like, how many does that mean? How many coaches, how many people, how much volume, is going to get me to where I need to be? So if you think about half of that, like $500 a week, a steady $500 a week, is 300 people in your downline. And that was really the point where I saw a real big pickup, where I was like, okay, like, I get it now. I can rely every week. I know what I'm going to make, whether I sell something or not. And every week I see that number of coaches in my downline going up, up, up. You know, and every week I see new people being added to the team in the team page. Until that point, I don't know. I didn't see a lot. It was like, it was very dark and I was just digging. So if you feel like that, you're supposed to feel like that because you put in a lot more than you see. You feel like you're the only one, pushing the bus. So I promise you, if you keep pushing it, it eventually will be full and you'll be driving it. But you do have to push the bus for a while. So this is like a little, I don't have this in a doc. I have it like little in a notes, but I can share this it's actually something I can, like text anybody if you want to have it like in front of you of like the breakdown of the numbers. So, all right, that's what I have for you guys. So I'm going to open it up for questions. And comments.
I have a very basic question.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a member, a team, and this is probably very novice of me not to know, but I have a team member that wants to become a coach, and I don't know how to do that on the website, and I haven't figured out how to do it. She's going to sign up with a challenge pack, so I just go into Mobile Me, right, or Mobile thing and order even though it's her same email, order it as a coach.
Oh, she already has a challenge pack.
No, she's already a member. So I already see her as one of my customers, but now she wants to be a coach.
Did she buy anything yet?
She hasn't bought anything yet. She's buying it now.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to do it in the Coach mobile app then.
Okay. And then
and click new coach.
My sister, I just click new. I just put in the same email. So even though she's a customer, she's fine.
Yeah.
And then my sister wants to order a challenge pack, but she wants me to send the link to her. So can I do that even though she's already a customer of mine?
Yeah, instead of you're not going to set it up with the Coach mobile app?
I want to. I don't know if that's possible because she's already all right. So even though she's an existing customer, as long as I put in the same okay. All right.
You switched her to you, right? From me to you?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You can
okay.
set it
So
right up. Yep.
It doesn't matter if they're already existing customers. They don't have to be a new customer. That's okay.
Yeah, they have to be a new customer. This is a good question actually for everybody. With the Coach mobile app, you can only do an initial new customer purchase. Like when you hit new customer, you can only set it up again if they're a customer, if they're coming in as a coach.
Oh, so for Christina, I can't do that then.
Is she a coach yet?
Christina, no, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to sign under me until she figures out whether or not she wants the Shakeology discount. I've tried to explain it to her. She's not getting the whole double income thing.
No,
so she's like, well, let me see if I am going to do if I'm going to like the Shakeology or not.
I don't know. Does anybody know if she can do another new customer? I don't know. Try it. It'll X you out immediately if you can't.
Okay. I'll give it a try.
But if you send her the link, she's already linked to you, so she can't order through somebody else. Like whatever she orders, it's going to go through you when she puts her email in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. I didn't know if I could set it up for her or not. She just wants it to be easy. And she's like, well, Chrissy sent me a link. And I'm like, yeah, but you're already a customer. Like now you can go in and buy all by yourself, Yeah. But, she's busy.
Yeah, it'll X you out if you can't. It'll not let you do it.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to look in the chat here. Yes, Mary, I will send it to you. Mine. Oh, your screens are blank. Sorry about that. Anybody else have any questions about all of that?
Chrissy, you had gone over PV like for personal volume, but I don't think people realize that personal volume is like what you sell too. And what you're selling, like what your customers are buying. So sometimes keep yourself active. Like if you're Diamond, you're only on Activate or something like along those lines, or you have a coach that's inactive and they don't want Shakeology that month, they can become active by either selling challenge packs on their own or buying something different with lesser volume, something like that. But I think people forget that it's not just what you buy, it's what you sell to for PV.
Right. Good point. Yeah. You don't have to, if you didn't buy anything, but you sold 50 PV in the 5 weeks, you're good. You're good to go. And that's also a recurring Shakeology order that goes toward the PV. So, I like to, so when I started when I started, we had one income and sometimes it was rocky. My husband owns his own business. So when we started out, I opened his business very quickly. I actually didn't realize how quickly till Candace posted my Emerald memory. And I was like, whoa, I signed him up immediately. I thought about it for a while, but I didn't. And what I did with him to keep him active was anyone that wanted to buy a program without the challenge pack, because you get a lot of that when you start. Like, can I just buy the program? I would put all the non-challenge packs through Matt's Business Center, and that would keep him active. And then, like, after a couple, I think by like month 2, I was making enough to order Shakeology through him, order the packets, use it for my business. So, I built to that. But yeah, it's a great point, Amanda, because I'm a person who used that to afford my spouse's business center before I could actually afford it. So anybody else?
I have one more quick question, if
Yeah.
that's okay. One of my, I only have one coach right now, right? And so he was active and he was on the home delivery Shakeology to keep his 90 PV, or 50 PV minimum to remain with the discount. And then I got a notification saying that he was going to go inactive. So, and I talked to him pretty much daily, and I asked him, I said, did you change where you're not getting the Shakeology anymore or whatever? And he goes, no, I just changed my order. But he's still showing as, first of all, he's showing as a non-home delivery, and he's showing that he's going inactive. And I don't know if he's not going to get charged for the new Shakeology until the 3rd of March. He has the confirmation email that he just changed flavors. Does that normally happen where they flip inactive? Or
did he ever pop up active?
When he first signed, I thought he did. And then I got the notification saying you have one coach going inactive, but he hasn't even been a coach for a month yet.
Did he change his I think he probably never went active. Did he change his ship date?
Just the flavor.
Okay, so he probably did you look on the graph? Did you ever see him go blue on the graph?
No, I didn't know to look for that. All I did was search my customers, and you know how it has the home delivery?
Yes.
Yes or no? He shows as no.
Yeah.
Even though he is a home delivery.
Your coaches will show as non-home direct orders because they're not a home direct order for you anymore. They're like their own home direct order.
Okay.
But he probably was never active. And what's the 3rd? Thursday?
Yes.
He'll go active.
Okay.
On Thursday. So sometimes if you sign somebody like on a Thursday, they'll stay inactive until the next week. Depends on what window they fall in.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's fine. He'll be fine. I know it's an annoying glitch in the online office that you'll learn to accept, but it's annoying because you just want to see it as it should be. But he'll go active if it's set up. He'll go active.
Okay, cool.
Anybody else? Well, you guys can, obviously I gave you a lot and it's probably something you're going to want to watch again. Those 2 videos with Michael Neiman that I've posted before. And if you just go on YouTube and look up like Beachbody, rank advancement, you can watch them again. It's something you learn too as you're doing it, but hopefully like the team cycle bonus makes more sense now that it might have been, how many coaches you're aiming for. It might be that how much volume you're aiming for, but something a little more concrete of what you're looking for. Amy, so I recorded it and we're going to upload it to YouTube and then share the link right in the Team Alpha Omega page. And I think Amy had a question, but I think Amanda answered it. Yeah, your inactive coaches unfortunately show as well. Even when they cancel, like I'll see them with an X on them sometimes for a while and then eventually those drop off. But if they never officially put in, like they'll stay inactive in gray for a while. And I don't know, some people stick around, but it doesn't affect anything. Just know that like it doesn't change. Like whoever gets put under them, you can just think of it as they're under the next active coach, because if they're inactive, they're not making any volume anyways. So they do still show in your graphical genealogy. Sometimes they drop off. Like if they cancel, they drop off more quickly than if Beachbody cancels them. It takes a lot longer if Beachbody cancels them. But if they cancel, then, usually it's pretty quick. Not quick, but within a month. All right, guys. Well, again, I probably maybe raised a few questions or at least got your interest piqued, and hopefully it was helpful. And this will be posted. And then, any questions you have along the way, just let me know. And I'd be more than happy to explain it to you because it's something that you need to understand and then, teach to your team too. So, all right, guys, thank you. Have a great night.